Why do onions make you cry? Let's find out while we pickle some red onions. So, if you don't know already, onions grow underground. Down in the soil, there are a lot of hungry critters looking for edible organic matter to feed on. Over time, onions evolved a chemical defense system in order to deter these tiny organisms. This defense system begins with the onion absorbing a chemical element found in the soil called sulfur, which is then stored near the root end of the onion once absorbed. The onion uses this absorbed sulfur in creating amino acids. It's these specialized sulfur-rich amino acids that do the onion's dirty work against any critter or anyone, like you and me, that tries to harm it. What happens when the onion is damaged through cutting with a knife? The onion's cells are forced open. When these cells are broken, enzymes are released, mix with these sulfur-rich amino acids, and form a volatile chemical called syn-propanethyl S-oxide. This volatile compound is a gas which then travels through the air, floating up to your eyeballs. When the syn-propanethyl S-oxide collides with the water in your eyes, it turns into sulfuric acid, thus creating the stinging sensation that we all fear when cutting onions. Your brain then responds to the foreign compound invading your eyes by turning on the floodgates, aka your tear ducts, in an effort to flush out these sulfuric acids. So, you may ask, what can I do to reduce or avoid the tears altogether? Refrigerate or pop the onions in the freezer for about 10 minutes or so prior to cutting them. This will make the onion molecules cold, which slows them down, potentially extending the time it takes for the gases to reach your eyes. Another, more effective way is to redirect the gas molecules away from your face. To do this, you can try cutting the onions under a vent hood, like on the stove, or using a small fan to redirect the gases to the side instead of them floating up into your face. With either of these tear-reducing methods, you want to make sure that your knife is as sharp as possible, as a sharp knife will cut cleanly through the onion cells instead of crushing the cells with a dull knife. Crushing the cells releases more of the gases than cutting cleanly through them. Now, one last thing. The different onion types all have varying levels of sulfur content. The higher the sulfur content, the stronger the tear-inducing gases. So, from the most amount to the least amount of sulfur, it goes yellow, white, red, green, and then sweet onions being the most mild.